Okay, Tomas, thanks for catching up with us tonight. How are you feeling? First of all, how are you doing during these strange times we're in?
Yeah, just doing the same as everyone else, I guess. Just trying to get in the routine of doing something every day and not getting bored. Just trying to keep myself entertained and keep myself picking over. Just getting ready for when I get called upon to come back.
Yeah, I suppose nobody knows when that'll come, but we might only get a couple of weeks, few weeks notice type thing, and especially with the authorities keen to finish the season, so it's a matter of trying to stay in good shape.
Yeah, it's like no one ever been in this situation before, so I don't think anyone knows what is expected of anyone in this in this time. So Tiernan just said to us all, can we just do our own wee thing and keep taking over? So I'm just trying to get out every day, trying to go a run, walk the dogs, do whatever I can just to keep my fitness up.
And I've read and heard other players speaking about how much that kind of helps you mentally as well as physically. Do you find that as well? Is it a good sort of release to go out and try and keep your fitness up?
Yeah, especially if you're not in a good mood or whatever that day, to get out and doing a bit of work, it helps you out. So yeah, getting out and running. But I find football more enjoyable. I hate running, so it's more of a motivational thing for me to get out there and do something.
Yeah, I was going to say you always seem a naturally sort of fit player up and down that right wing, but it's hard when you don't have the match sharpness or the games to kind of keep that in your legs.
Yeah, match fitness is totally different than out and running. You could run all day, some people, but when it comes to a game, it's sprinting, stopping, turning directions, all that kind of thing. So I think that's where the training element comes in, but where if you know what to do yourself, it kind of helps you.
Yeah, and I heard another player saying recently it sort of feels like pre-season in terms of some of the work you do to try and go back for pre-season, and we might end up needing that period of like a pre-season again. Is that something you feel?
I would say so. I would say they have to at least give us 2 weeks notice that tells us that we need to get fitness up, because I think you'll get boys getting injured and things like that coming back straight away, because not everyone has the same uh, education and training and stuff. So some boys are out there doing better than their RDLs and stuff, and then other boys aren't. They come back and do a hamstring injury and then they're out for months.
Yeah. Jeff Hughes, we spoke to him last week and did a similar interview. He said about the players making efforts to try and stay in touch with each other and talking to each other and that sort of thing. Do you find that's a big help, sort of personally and within the group?
Yeah, well, everyone in the group's dead friendly, or all the boys get along. So we're all in the WhatsApp group together, and we're all having a bit of crack in that. And I think a few boys play the PlayStation and stuff together, so it helps to keep that bond. So yeah, and it helps you get your mind off things.
And when you're in a full-time environment like Larne are, maybe an even bigger loss for you at this stage. Some other Irish League clubs maybe seeing each other 2, maybe 3 nights a week, but you're kind of together every day, all week more or less, and it makes the break more difficult.
Yeah, it's hard because you're going in every day, you're getting your breakfast, whatever, and you're seeing all the boys having the chit chat, asking them how they're doing and stuff, and then going out and training every day. You get that sharpness. I felt like we were just coming into our own with the season. Everything was just starting to click into place, and then it gets pulled away from me. So yeah.
Yeah, as you say, it's just that one defeat in 2020 so far. Does that maybe give us extra incentive to want to get back and finish the season if it's at all possible?
Yeah, I think the boys are just starting to get used to the league. The boys have never played it before, because you watch it on TV and you're like, yeah, I could play in that, but it's blood and thunder. It's so fast when you're on that pitch. So I think it took the boys a bit of time to get used to it, and then we got them big wins over the big teams, and confidence grows, and you win the games just thinking you're going to win everything. So yeah.
And as we were saying to Tiernan, this break gives you maybe a bit more of a chance to reflect on things and think about how things have gone. And obviously that's one element this season. January arrivals seem to strengthen us, the likes of Dean Jarvis, John Heron and Andrew Mitchell and Joe Tully and players like that have really come in and helped us since January.
Yeah, I think the talent was already there in the squad. I think other boys coming in pushes people. Then they're coming, they know people's coming for their positions, so it pushes people on. And then you want to impress the new boys, so it pushes the other boys on. Then it's just a rippling effect throughout the team. So yeah.
And what would you like to see, if at all possible? We've talked about some of the aspects of football coming back again, and there are probably more important things in the world that are going on right now. But in an ideal world, what would you like to see when football is able to come back again?
Finish the season how it is, but I honestly don't know how you can do it with the time. We're coming down, cutting short here, so I don't know. They may have to do a playoff. Maybe we're doing that a couple of seasons ago for the Europa League decisions. Give it to the top team, maybe. I don't know. No one's ever been in this situation, so it's hard for the AFA to do something with it and keep everyone happy at the same time.
Yeah, and I suppose kind of fans would recognise that, and I suppose players would as well. That look, we haven't ever been down this road before, so we're just going to have to take it as it comes, whether that means getting back to playing or starting a new season or whatever it may be.
Yeah, you see it throughout the world of football. Different leagues around the world are saying we're giving the title to a team, and other teams are saying no, we're finishing the league. So it just depends what the AFA pick, and I think everyone's just got to agree with it.
Sure. And what about Tiernan and Kenny's efforts to keep everybody together and keeping communication and all of that's involved?
Yeah. Well, Tiernan's been doing voice calls with, Zoom sessions with a couple of boys together, so we can all having a chit chat, having a bit of crack. I haven't even really been talking about football. It's just seeing how everyone's doing, how their families and all are doing, and I think that's a good thing. Not many managers would do that, so it's good.
Yeah. And obviously, your own future was sorted out recently with the new contract. In a strange way, maybe does times like this kind of let you see that you're glad you did that, and you're glad you're still at the club and among the squad that are there at the minute.
Yeah, no, well, everyone knew I was going to stay and get Kenny and Tierney out. I love the place. I'm glad I made the decision to come. Everyone's so friendly to me, and everyone always looks out for you. And then the added bonus of Kenny. Anything Kenny says he'll do, he does it, and all the boys are great, and it seems to be going in the right direction, the club, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and I suppose when we do look towards next season, whenever that is, and whatever way it comes, do you feel we'll be in a better position, better shape to kind of attack next season whenever it arrives?
I think so. All the boys will have a season under their belt. They'll know what the league's about. They know the opposition. Some of the boys were in the games, and we had to tell them who's their danger men and this when they know now. So I'll give people an advantage in another game. So yeah, I think we'll go into the next season going strong and hopefully finish as high as we can.
Yeah. And somebody like yourself obviously won a lot of major honours with Cliftonville in the past, so you're well placed to kind of see what's needed to get to somewhere like that level. Do you feel we're moving in that right direction at the minute?
Yeah, I think so. With top class players all around the pitch, and with a good blend of youth and experience, where like you have the likes of Jeff, Albert, Marty, Connor, myself to a point, but I still carry on like one of the young ones. So all the younger boys come and ask them boys questions, and they're always there to help people out.
Sure. So you're excited to get back to it whenever that is and whatever it looks like?
Yeah, buzzing. You always say, I was just doing my head in when you're in the middle of it, training and stuff, but now you're praying for it. You want a session tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully the sooner the better.
Just finally, any message to the fans and people obviously who are out there and have had difficult times recently?
Just everyone to stay safe and help out your neighbour, help out your family whenever you can, and hopefully be back soon to doing what we love. And stay safe, everyone.
Super, Tomas, thanks for that.